Welcome, class, to Kitchen 101, where we teach you how to think like a chef, how to cook, not what to cook, giving you the knowledge and comfort you need to create and modify recipes to fit your chosen way of eating and lifestyle. Today we'll be discussing that basic of classical French cooking, Mirepoix. So grab yourself a pen, some paper, and a cutting board, because I'm Professor Kitchen and class is in session. As always, if you like this class, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my future classes, please click the subscribe and the bell buttons. We were supposed to be continuing our class on the classic French mother sauces by talking about Espagnole today. However, I realized that there was a concept that I really needed to dive into before we got into that. That is the concept of the Mirepoix. Mirepoix itself is fairly simple. It's just 2 parts onion to 1 part celery and 1 part carrot, all chopped or diced. For example, if you have half a cup of onion, then you're going to have a 1/4 cup of both celery and carrot. Or maybe you're going by weight in your recipe and you're going to have 1 pound of onion to 1/2 pound of celery and carrot. See, it's pretty straightforward. It's not what Mirepoix is, it's what Mirepoix does that's so amazing. Cooking is much like decorating, composing music, painting, dancing, or any other type of art. There's a main idea that takes center stage, but the real magic is in the supporting characters. The nuances are what elevate something from, it's okay, to, it's a masterpiece. Mirepoix is one of those supporting characters. Much like the vibrato on a note, the baby's breath in a flower arrangement, or the way the light plays in a photograph, Mirepoix is a little thing that adds so much. The concept of a standardized set of supporting flavors is not unique to French cooking. Nearly every culture has them. For example, the Italians have their Sofrito, which is just like Mirepoix but with garlic added. The Spanish also have a Sofrito, which sounds the same but contains onion, garlic, tomato, and parsley. The German and Dutch have a Soubrang, and I'm saying that wrong, which is leek, carrot, celery, and sometimes some other things. The Polish have this that I'm not even going to attempt to say, which is typically made up of celery root, parsley root, carrots, and leeks. Even here in the U.S., the Cajun cooking culture has what is called the Trinity: onion, celery, and bell pepper. What these combinations are doing is providing a base flavor for whatever dish is being made. These flavor combinations are very much tied to the respective cultures. You will never see a German chef using Mirepoix in their Berlin potato soup, or a French chef using Sofrito in their demi-glace. So what does this mean for you in your kitchen? Well, if you're making a classic dish from a specific part of the world, then you're going to want to stick with the standard flavors for that part of the world. However, if you are experimenting with modifying recipes or just noodling around in your kitchen, then feel free to do whatever you want. It's your face you're putting the food into, so feel free to experiment. Why is it called Mirepoix? No one really knows. The main theory is that a cook under the employ of the Duc de Levi-Mirepoix in the early to mid-1700s popularized it. While it is a virtual certainty that this unknown cook did not invent the combination, it is believed that he did elevate its use to more prominence. And, as is typical with autocratic style systems, the genius that did the work's name is lost to history, while the schmuck that benefited from all the hard work gets their name popularized. Politics. So, I hope you enjoyed that class. If you're interested in reading more on the subject, I have included links in the description box below. Thank you all for coming. Hope you have a great week. God bless. Class dismissed.